What's up? I'm Chasteen from Team Infinity, and this is the Greatmats Sport Karate Training Series. Now today, we are focused on generating power, not only in traditional, but this can also be transferred into your sport karate forms and training as well. So first, you need to know that power is not just how hard you can flex your muscle and how hard you can punch a target straight forward. Power is generated from your whole body and basically from your hips, okay? So as an example, from starting up from a defensive stance or fighting stance, my backhand for a back punch is not just going to go forward. That doesn't have much power to it. I need to use my hips, whole body drops, pivots, everything forward. That is what's going to make your punch or your striking or your blocking a whole lot more powerful. Now, from standing up, first, you need a good base. So you don't want your knees locked super stiff. You need your knees bent, loose, and mobile. So now from one hand in a chamber, one hand extended for a punch. Just make sure that when you try this technique, whichever hand is back, that is the hip that is going to rotate back and roll back for this technique. This is where the technique starts. So my hip has to shoot forward. That is going to drive my elbow forward, and that is where my hand can then drive forward. From the other side, this hip is going to roll back, shoot the hip, elbow will come with, and that is my punch. Don't drive your shoulder after your hip. If you drive your hip and your shoulder at the same time, that's when everything's going to fly out kind of in this motion. For the most power, you want everything basically coming from your elbow, super straight, linear, straight forward here. Again, not from your shoulder. That'll create a weird line. Posture up, shoot that hip forward, elbow shifts forward. That is my punch. Putting it all together, hip rolls back, and that is your punch. Now from a stance, if I go left leg forward, front stance, right hand forward punch, as I step and transition into my next stance, I can step. Now notice I'm not squared up, right? My hip has to pull back and roll back. This is that roll back that we were just talking about standing up. Now, that's where my hip is going to shoot, elbow drives, and that is where I can punch. Again, if I were to take another step forward, hip is rolled back, land, and shoot. Again, in fast motion. Another from standing up. And that is how you create more power, not only in your traditional, but in your sport karate forms.
Greatmats is a national flooring retailer. Contact Greatmats for free samples, free design help, and live customer service today. If you like what you've seen here, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow Greatmats on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Pinterest, and Twitter.